Hello, family and friends. Do you want to be enlightened around the world of sports? If yes, then make yourself available for Sports Chat with Dasilva on YouTube on Richma TV. So Royal Mama to the world. Medaso. Hello, family and friends. Do you want to be enlightened around the world of sports? If yes, then make yourself available for Sports Chat with Dasilva on YouTube on Richma TV. So Royal Mama to the world. Medaso.
Hello! Greetings wherever you find yourself. It's another beautiful Thursday. Yes, Thursday is the day. Thursday night. Sports chat with Dasilva on Richma TV. You are welcome. For your quality, authentic news, tidbits around the world of sports, this is the place to be. And I, your host, will give you all the latest update. You are once again welcome to Sports Chat with Dasilva on Richma TV. Take a seat, grab water or whatever you want to grab and drink, and just listen because I am my intelligent, yes, I mean intelligent, astute panelists or pundits are here to discuss the various sports and tidbits around the world of sports. So stay tuned with me and make sure you keep the dialogue. But most importantly, before we continue, do me a favor, just pick the phone. You see that bell? Kindly subscribe so that you'll be the first anytime we go on live. Even if I don't share the link, you are in. So that's yes, you know what I'm saying? Just do it for the love of the game, for the love for Richma TV and Sports Chats with Dasilva. Kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that is why I'm here. I will take time to read all your comments. Once again, you are welcome. Now, today, we are coming to give you or talk about what is going on in Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations currently going on. Even though Ghana is not bad, soccer is still what we love. So we're still going to give you some tidbits on what is going on there. We talk about the various leagues across Europe. Some matches have been played. Some is coming up tomorrow. And of course, the weekend too, we have some matches. Stay tuned. Now, without much ado, let me start to introduce my panelists. First, you see, I've coached this guy before, a very talented midfielder. When we talk about left-catched foot, yes, that's Sule Muntari, Wisdom Kofi Abre. When they tailored, accurate grassroots tasks all the way from Delaware. And once a product of University of Delaware, so they know him. He's called Ben Asante. Everybody knows Ben Asante. But because of his IQ in soccer, his fans, including myself and all the loved ones, call him the midfield general. Midfield general. Welcome to Sports Chat on Richma TV. You are welcome, midfield general.
Thank you very much, Dasilva. First of all, I'm really excited to be part of this program today, and I would like to take a moment to greet all our listeners in the United States and also across the world. Before we begin tonight's discussion, I would like you to go to YouTube and kindly subscribe to Sports Chat with Dasilva, because we do have an in-depth analysis of sports that is going on all over the world. And once again, welcome to tonight's program. And I'm happy to be here with Dasilva himself. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. The midfield general. Salute. Yes, that is the midfield general for you. As I said, very intelligent. I've coached him in All Stars before. I've played with him. So if you played with someone and you've coached someone and you are saying he's an intelligent player, yes. But ball then kind of correct. Yeah. I know then kind of correct. A very intelligent player. Let me go to my next guest. So he's a cousin. He's a cousin of mine. The only difference is he like blue, I like red. And no one a difference, But we are family, we speak the same language. A very strong Chelsea supporter. So I don't know. Your best is the team, only God knows. A very good striker. Yes, if you've played the Balfour tournament in Virginia, you know that we are talking about Abeku, a prolific goal scorer. Abeku, welcome to Sports Chat with Dasilva on Grace TV.
Thank you for having me today. I'm really happy to be here today. Thank you all fans for watching. Subscribe, share the link. This is gonna be a very good talk, so I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much, Abeku. Thank you. So, as I said, today we are coming to discuss a little bit about the AFCON, upcoming list features, and so forth and so on. So let me quickly give you a quick run out or update on where it is now. As I rightly said, the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations started all the way in Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, now they are the quarterfinals. Let me quickly give you the results of the round of 16. So Angola played against the Brave Warriors of Namibia, and Angola won by 3-0. The Super Green Eagles of Nigeria beat Indomitable Lions of Cameroon by 2-0. Equatorial Guinea sadly lost to Guinea on a single goal. That's 1-0. The Pharaohs of Egypt had to settle with a 1-1 draw with Democratic Republic of Congo, but the DRC went ahead to win that game on penalties and qualified. There came Cape Verde, the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde. Can I say the Black Stars Masters? Anyway, the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde beat Mauritania by a long goal, a penalty at the dying embers of the game to carry the day by 1-0. The Teranga Lions, that's shocking. The Teranga Lions and the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire settled for 1-1. And the Ivorians carried the day on penalties. Now, Mali also beats Burkina Faso, the Stallions of Burkina Faso, by 2-1. And the Bafana boys, or men from South Africa, put 2 goals in the net of the Atlas Lions of Morocco. Now, these are the fixtures for the round of 16. Now, let me go to my panelists. Abeku, how do you see this round of 16? Was there any shocking moment? Which team has impressed you up to date, Abeku?
I think in this tournament, I would say that Cape Verde has really impressed me. From the game between the Black Stars of Ghana and Cape Verde, I knew that they were a very strong team. They have very fast wingers. Bebe, I don't know where he plays at, but he really is very technical with the ball. I really like the way he plays. That's my underdog to win the whole tournament this year. Angola played a very good game. I actually like took time to watch that game, and I really like their third goal. Oh my God, look at the passes before the goal came. That it was really nice to see. And I guess most people watched the Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal game. That was really good game too. Yeah, I think Senegal really they gave away the game because they were on top the whole game, and um during the second half when the Ivorians made changes, it really changed the game. Kessie came in and really put his mark on the game.
All right, thank you very much. Ben, what are some of your takes on the round of 16 games?
Yeah, so the last game that I watched in the round of 16, South Africa versus Morocco, that
Mhm.
was a very good game from the South African side. And honestly, I don't know if Morocco somehow was affected by the fact that Hakim Ziyech didn't play, but they were still kind of in the game, even though South Africa shockingly got a goal. They had the opportunity to come back, but unfortunately, um, their right back had to miss the penalty. So I would say this tournament in the African Cup of Nations is actually proving that soccer is developing in the African continent. And now you cannot overlook any country. And I also like the game between Cote d'Ivoire and also Senegal, because when Cote d'Ivoire was at the verge of elimination, we saw some of the distraction that was going on in the country. But when they were given the second chance, they really came in hungry. And even though they were down by a goal, yeah, they stood up to the challenge, because we all thought like Senegal were the favorites to
Mhm.
win this
Mhm.
AFCON, but Cote d'Ivoire really stood up to the challenge. Some of their key players like Frank Kesse, they came in, Sergio Aurier, to eventually take the game to PKs, and they won. So I'm really enjoying this African Cup of Nation, and I don't know. It looks like they say there is this African curse which is going on, that no champion since 2010 has won the trophy back to back. And Cote d'Ivoire actually made it so by eliminating Senegal. And just like Abeku said, Cape Verde is also actually winning a lot of fans. Surprisingly, some of us may be supporting Cape Verde from now. They are really
Yeah.
showing some
Yeah.
good talent. If you look at this player who used to play in the Philadelphia Union, Montero, who is now with San Jose Earthquake, that guy is really proving that you don't necessarily have to be in Europe to be a good player. He plays in the MLS, but you can see his game intelligence and creativity in the Canadian side. So it shows that, yes, when everyone is given the opportunity, they can actually maybe at times stand up to the challenge. So I'm really enjoying this African Cup of Nations. It's full of surprises, and I can't wait to see who like maybe lift the trophy, whether it's gonna be DR Congo or Cape Verde or Guinea. We are yet to see the surprise, but it's been enjoyable so far. Yeah.
So Ben said it's been enjoyable, and I think I agree with what the two of you said. What Abeku said, Cape Verde, yes, yes, they look like the underdogs, but trust me, they are playing something very good. It reminds me of the late coach Ike Afrani. He brought something in Ghana soccer called the Enobwa type of game. You work for each other. The Italians tried it when they won the 2006 World Cup in Germany. So they are working for each other. The zeal is there. They want to win. And what Ben also said, Ivory Coast. I think I don't. It's a blessing when they sack their coach. Now this assistant coach, because he has been with the team, so he understood everybody, and he started Diakite, the man on the right hand side. He started him, and he's the fan favorite. So you see, anytime he got the ball, you see the fans. They are chanting. They are, there's euphoria, the noise at the stadium.
Yeah.
And look at the substitution that this coach made. He brought in Kesse and the rest. They decided to take the game to the Senegalese. And trust me, I mean, PKs, it can go anybody way.
Anywhere.
Not that the
Yeah.
Senegalese were not good. They were very good tactically because they came up with a good strategy. But when the Ivorians decided to throw in, the changes, that was the trump card. So I think the coach of the Ivorians beats Aliou Cisse to that on that particular game. And I think I will not be surprised if Cape Verde goes ahead to win. Now we have some upcoming mouth-watering fixtures coming up for the quarterfinal. So Nigeria will take on Angola. And the last time Nigeria won this tournament I think they are now fourth time winners with the Ghana Blasters. Are they
No,
going to win? Now, Nigeria will play Angola. Democratic Republic of Congo will play Guinea. Mali will play the host nation, Cote d'Ivoire. Then the underdogs or the surprise of the tournament will play against the Bafana of South Africa. Abeku, these are your 8. Gradually, the men are being separated from the boys. The 8
Yes.
countries for the quarterfinal. So Abeku, what do you think? Which fixtures do you think, or which 4 teams will make it to the semifinals?
The games that I'm looking forward to is definitely the Nigerians versus the Angolans. Just for the pure fact that I want Nigeria to be out. I'm gonna be watching that game. I'm gonna be tuned in. Make sure I'll be doing my best to do my games from America. Um, I believe the Angolans have the chance to make it to the next round. They play some really beautiful football. It's and like midfielder General said, there isn't no small teams in Africa no more. Like everybody is playing their best, and I really love it. Looking at Angola, um, Cape Verde is one of my like I said, the underdogs to win the whole thing, but I see them coming out. Um, I want to see Ivory Coast continue their journey so that it gives the like we see all the like supporters go to the stadium because Ivory Coast is still in the tournament. So I want that field to be still in the tournament. And I believe Mali is playing really good. So I would like to see Mali in the next round.
Thank you very much, Abeku. Metro General. Yes, now we have 8 teams for the quarterfinals. Which teams do you think are going to make it? And which match are you looking up?
So that's over right now. Making prediction is very tricky because this this AFCON is proving all of us wrong. And one of the games that like I'm really hoping to watch is the Ivory Coast and the Mali. Just like Abib pointed out, yes, you want the host nation to do well so that there will be fans at the stadium and all that support. But the Malian team is also playing really well. And like when it comes to any athlete, when you go to an away game, which in this case Mali is the away team, you know that the fans are going to be against you. So I
Hmm
believe
hmm
they are going to have all the preparation that they need physically and mentally to be ready for that game, especially knowing that the fans will be against them. So I'm expecting that game to be a very good game. And also, the other one that I'm really ready to watch is the Angola and the Nigeria. If you look at the beginning of this tournament, Nigeria really didn't start well. Their first game that they drew, they got that lucky 1-0 win against, um, I would say, Cameroon. Then they, okay. But the Angolan side is really proving themselves. Like if you compare the friendly match that they lost, I mean the qualifier match they lost against Black Stars in Ghana and their performance in this African Cup of Nations, I can honestly say that Ghana we were lucky to get that qualification victory. They've proven themselves that they are a good team. And if you look at the victory that they had last Saturday, it was a statement that they are making that they cannot be overlooked. So their game against Nigeria, I think Nigeria would have to come out like really good. They will need their talisman, Victor Osimhen, to maybe do something. And a lot of critics have been saying that the Nigerian midfield, I don't know if it's the right place that Alex Iwobi should be playing. We know sometimes he can be creative, but I think the victory of Nigeria will probably depend on the output of their talisman, Victor Osimhen. And I believe that because he is the current African Player of the Year, he would also try to prove something. He doesn't want to like just leave the tournament at this early stage, because if he's able to win it in addition to the African Player of the Year, it will be a good image for him. So I'm really hoping to watch that game as well. And the other fixtures too are really going to be interesting. South Africa is poised to make their mark, and also DR Congo. So all the matches, I will make myself available to watch them. But I think Ivory Coast and Mali, because Ivory Coast is the host nation, is going to be a tense match, but Mali can prevail. Everything is possible. Yeah.
So Malians, the Malians, yes, is I think Mali, the Sedukators, the Kunatis. Oh man, at times you feel that this is the year for them. Then they go and mess themselves up. And I can agree with you more with the Nigerian national team. Tactically, I love what they are doing. As you rightly said, the first game, the coach went, I think he benched Bassi, the Fulham player. He brought him in the next game. But this is what I love about the Nigerian coach. He sat down and find out that, okay, I went with the 4-back system. So if you notice, after that game, he's playing something. He's playing 3-back system. And that guy, Sedu, the left winger, very intelligent. So as soon as they lose the ball, then he transitioned to a 5-back. And yes, people are complaining about Iwobi. Of course, he's not like his uncle JJ Okocha, but perhaps he has this eye for these nice passes. I mean, indeed, in this tournament would have been 8 for them, but unfortunately, he's injured. So I think Nigeria Super Eagles, maybe they will go ahead to win this particular AFCON. Let me just quickly go ahead and switch topic. So yesterday, a group of Ghanaian journalists, concerned journalists, went to the headquarters of the Ghana Police Service and they were giving petition. So after this AFCON, Buhaha, and whatever you call it, there are some journalists who stood up. There's like, no, enough is enough. And sports chats with Dasilva on Richmond TV. Last week, we also had the same topic. Enough is enough. Something needs to be done because you cannot continue to be doing the same thing and you think you will get the results. No, it's the Ghana Blaster issue is more than the coaching issue. Now they are going for a new coach. And I said on this program, you can bring Jose Mourinho, you can bring Pep Guardiola. If they don't change certain things in the FA, no, it's not going to happen. So the Ghana Police Service have given them permission to do, it's not a demonstration, to do a peaceful walk to the NSA, National Sports Authority, the Ministry of Sports, the Ghana Football Association, to present whatever they have for them so that there can be changes in our football. Ben, what do you think? Is this thing going to help? Is this a turning point for Ghana football? What do you think?
Yes, thank you, Dasilva. I think it's a very good initiative that the Ghanaian fans are doing because, the Ghanaian fans, we are part of the Ghanaian team, whether you believe it or not. And like you rightly pointed, since 2015, the last time we lost the African Cup of Nations finals against Ivory Coast, since that time, the Ghanaian team hasn't been doing well when we go to international tournaments, African Cup of Nations, and even World Cup. And we all can testify that some things are going on. There is honestly conflict of interest when it comes to the managerial body of the Ghana Football Association. We hear stories where there is these managers who want their players to be part of the team, whether they are not even good, because there is a financial benefit if their player gets selected to play in the national team. And we can see that sometimes even the kind of players that get invited to the national team, there are some local guys out there that can clearly outplay them or can compete much better than those like players who are invited. So I think this demonstration or peaceful walk is something that can keep the national sports authorities on their toes, to let them know that we are actually monitoring. And this is the trend that for some time we've been seeing. We are not doing well when we go to competition. We've heard these rumors about conflict of interest, where some of you guys want your players to play, whether they are good or not. So we are aware. We want you guys to make changes. And I think if the authorities actually get to know the seriousness of some of these fans, maybe they will start to do the right thing. And we all want the right thing to be done, because one thing that gives joy to the ordinary Ghanaian people is soccer. But if there is no joy in soccer right now, I think it makes the country not a good place for some people. So I'm totally in support of the peaceful walk, just to make sure that our football can be resurrected, because right now the Ghanaian soccer is dead and we need to bring it alive, and probably the fans are the ones that can help bring it back. So I'm in support of it.
Midfield General is in support of it. and I'm also in support of it. And stay tuned for more updates on this story. Richmond TV will give you up-to-date information, tidbits on how that peaceful walk will go. Abeku, what do you think?
Dasilva, this topic is very touchy for me because we all grew up watching the Black Stars. We have very good memories of the Black Stars, and now it's like you have to psych yourself to say, oh, Ghana is not gonna win, and then when they win, you have some type of joy. It's not like I'm going in with confidence saying, okay, this game we're playing this country and we're gonna win. I don't think that joy is there anymore. And what I know about Ghana is nothing peaceful ends good. I don't believe in that anymore for our country. It has to be by force. We have to make sure we're putting the right people in place for the next manager of the coach of the Black Stars to have success with the team. We're picking some players, and I'm thinking, why does this person need to be on our team? This person does not even play regularly at the club teams. We have local players that are playing better and regularly on a local team and performing day in, day out, and they're not getting a chance. But you have Richard Ofori, who is a third keeper on a team,
Yep.
getting chosen because he's lucky. He's the lucky coach. Lucky goalie.
Can you imagine?
Right.
This cannot be what we sign up for as a country. We have to do better. We have to do better. And I don't believe in peace with the country Ghana. You have to take it by force. But let's see how that goes. It's a good start. The journalists are doing a good job. I like listening to Sadiq Adams a lot. And he was talking about some stuff that happened during the African Cup of Nations this year, and it's very sad. But I know he like the way he speaks with emotions. I know he has a good heart for the the Black Stars. So I want to see them do this thing and see where it takes us. But I personally don't believe in the peaceful protest or peaceful walk. We're gonna walk and come back home and nothing will change. But we need to demand that the Kurt gets off the FA. He's not the person in charge of the FA no more. Kurt is not helping us since he's been. There's nothing good has happened for us. So I need that man gone, and then we can start from there. Put right people in place, people who have joy and no side interest. They have to have a pure joy to see Ghana Black Stars succeed. That's the kind of people we need in place for our Black Stars to succeed. So yeah, but I think yeah, it's a good start.
Thank you very much, Abeku. Yes, and I once again I agree with my panelists. Look, it's getting too much. It's getting too much. Anytime they go, same old, budget unnecessary. So if you watch the last edition, that's why I said sack them. Don't do that trick that they'll do. They did it with CRP, then they'll give it to CK Akono. You say, okay, George Boateng, interim coach. They were holding iPads for this whole period of time. Nothing. Sack them. Can you imagine a goalkeeper coach said, I put Richard Ofori in because he's a lucky goalkeeper. Are we serious as a country? Yeah. Then you will say you are going to keep Olele. You are sack everybody, bring in new technical people. The FA, don't forget about FIFA. What can I normally FIFA threaten? Yes, Nigeria has done it before. If we don't look, I always say that World Cup that Ghana qualified to Qatar, it came too early. As soon as we qualified, the normal Ghanaian forgot. I think that team now, not team not there is big problem. We shouldn't have qualified for that World Cup. So yes, I'm standing with them. Sadiq Adams, Bishop Atapuku, Bright Kankambwedu, Dia Inkai, Dankukui, Abua, Countryman Songo. I know they are doing it and they will do it come the 14th of February. Richmond TV will keep you posted. Enough is enough. Something needs to change. That's why I said, we see the cleaner, the messenger, shoe shampoo, now secretariat, your tongue go back. Everybody is corrupt. Sack everybody. Bring in new people. And let's have a better Ghana, a better Black Stars that we grew up to see, and we will love it. Now, quickly, let's shift gears. Talk a little bit about La Liga. There are some games that has gone on. So Monday, Getafe beat Granada, which was a kind of shocking to me because I was thinking, even though Granada they are not doing well, I think they started picking form. And Wednesday too, Atletico Madrid struggled to beat Vallecano by 2-1, and Barcelona, after Xavi left them, won 1-0 against Osasuna. Abeku, what do you think? How do you think this Spanish league, is Barcelona going to survive, or Ancelotti will use his magic and take it and use it as a farewell before he go ahead to take the Brazilian job? What do you think of these results that came out during the week?
This La Liga season has been a very interesting one. My team to watch is Girona. Girona has been playing very, very, very well.
Agreed.
Barcelona and my Chelsea, my great Chelsea, are like in the same boat. they're not good. Barcelona has a slight edge because they play in La Liga, so it's easy to grind out some wins here and there. But I'm tipping Madrid to beat Girona to the top of the league. I don't think they have the players to go the long way. Bellingham has really changed the whole team of Madrid. He's put his stamp on the team. So yeah, I'm tipping Madrid to win it all. With Girona coming in second place. Atletico, they were doing really good in the beginning. I don't know what happened, but they've been winning games, but it's been very difficult to watch them lately.
Yep.
We all thought that they were a very defensive team, but this year they came out, very offensively, scoring a lot of goals. Man, my favorite player to watch in that league is Griezmann. Griezmann is my favorite player to watch, and he's been doing it, but they've been grinding out wins, and it's difficult to watch them. But I can see them coming in third and Barca coming in fourth. So those are my top four for the Spanish league.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and you are right on Griezmann. I was listening to this Sky Sports commentator. He was like, Griezmann is like an old wine. You think it has lost its taste, he will just come in and do the magic. The more he grows up, the more.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on Ancelotti. I think the great Papa, the great OG, is going to win it. Simple. It's not going to be easy because of how Girona is playing. They are the surprise team to me this season, but experience, trust me. Ancelotti will use experience to beat them. Ben, there are some matches that went on during this week. What do you think? What are the take of these matches for the La Liga?
Yeah, I think I agree with all of you. At the beginning of the season, the way it started, if you said Real Madrid has a chance, I would have been doubtful because Girona was playing well and had I'll say a good lead. But right now, when you check the table, Real Madrid actually won today, so they are automatically going to top the league. And I don't think Barcelona is in a position to win it, looking at their points accumulation. And I think Real Madrid is getting stronger because right now they are getting some of their injured players back. Vinicius is back, and that guy is a monster. Vinicius plus Rodrigo, then Jude Bellingham, then Joselu. So Real Madrid, I think, has the high probability of winning the La Liga. And like Dasilva said, this could be the last time maybe they will have Carlo Ancelotti. And look at what he's done for Real Madrid since he went there in 2014 and is coming back. I think they would like to end the season in glory as a farewell message for him before he takes on the Brazilian national team. So I agree that Real Madrid is going to win the La Liga. And you can also see that their rotation has been very good. If Modric is not playing, Chouamini can come and do the defensive work. They do have Valverde doing his part, Camavinga. So their team is a little strong with like some young blood in there, and they are scoring a lot of goals. And I think because Girona slipped a little bit and has allowed Madrid to catch up, it's going to be hard for them to overtake Madrid. And with their full squad back now, I think Real Madrid is going to win the La Liga. And also to the Griezmann conversation, honestly, if I must confess, I didn't like Antoine Griezmann that much, but I've started paying attention to his game, brother. And you could see his influence in the Atletico Madrid team and even in the French national team. Not only in attacking wise, but in defense. Like he's so hardworking and influential. His positioning, his awareness. Oh, I'm becoming a fan of Antoine Griezmann, and right now it's really exciting to watch Atletico Madrid play because I think Diego Simone is understanding that the game is changing. So now he allows his guys to play, and you can see that like they play when Alvaro Morata is not there. Memphis Depay will come in and do his job. Even the Koke is getting a little bit old, but you still see that he tries to like control the midfield as much as possible. So I think La Liga has been getting interesting. It's no more Barcelona and Real Madrid. Girona gave us this surprise in this season that, okay, there are some other teams that can actually stand up to winning the La Liga title. So it's been exciting, but I want Real Madrid to win so that they can say good farewell to the great Carlo Ancelotti.
Yes, I would love to see that too as well. I read his books. He's a great coach. He understands. He's done it with AC Milan. Even when he came to Chelsea, he did it, and he's a master when it comes to managing those players. He is a top-notch coach. No two ways about that. And I agree with you about Girona. Yeah, if you allow these big guys to catch up on you, and on Memphis Depay, yeah, if you look at when he scored, it was 90th minute yesterday.
Yep.
It was almost gone. He came in and he did some magic. So Diego Simone, one of my best coaches, the man in black, always running at the touchline, but he needs to understand that there have been changes, because if you see, he's now trying to give more room. They normally don't concede goals, but ever since he started adapting this new strategy, it's been, to me, a little bit, it's been on and off, because they are now unpredictable whether they can win or they cannot win. Let's quickly switch to the EPL. So some matches were played. So Wednesday, the Gunners went to Nottingham Forest and they were able to beat them by 2-1. I mean, that was Tuesday. Then Wednesday, Liverpool beat Chelsea by 4-1 at Anfield. Tottenham, after going down on a goal, went ahead to beat Brentford by 3-2. Man City also went ahead to beat Burnley by 3-1. And just today, a few hours ago, Manchester United struggled. They had a game in their hands, and as always, Ten Hag, with his bad game management, nearly threw the game away until Kobe Menu came in to save them. So they won by 4-3. And West Ham, after the departure of Kudus, it's not been easy for them. They also struggle with 1-1 with Bournemouth. So Ben, what do you make of these games that has gone on in the EPL so far?
Starting from my team Chelsea, I think we lost, but partly I don't know if we got robbed by the referee, because there was a foul that Van Dijk clearly held Carragher that should have been a PK, but it's very debatable. I think Chelsea, we can do well, especially with Nkunku coming back, but we still need to find some balance in our midfield because I think I'm yet to see the best in Endo. I think he's a great player, by his influence in the midfield, and also Caicedo too is kind of new to the club. So maybe he's here to like find his feet. It happened to like even Ramirez when he came to Chelsea. He struggled, but with time, Ramirez proved himself to be one of the greatest Chelsea assets, where he actually helped us in 2012 to win our first ever Champions League. So the team is new. Pochettino is new as well, so it's a phase that we are going through. So that loss against Liverpool, even though it was terrible, but I think we will accept it and maybe try to prepare for next season. We know that this season we cannot win the trophy. And back to the Arsenal game, I was glad that Arsenal actually got a win because this is the year. This is the year for Arsenal to win it. So I'm glad that they were able to get that 2-1 victory, even though we were hoping that it would have been more convincing. But you know, EPL, any team can surprise you. So far as they got a 3 points, that is something that I actually like. And with the Manchester United game, I was watching some of the game, but I didn't finish, or they were leading 2-0, and I said, like, Man U, because they were playing really well. Like, look at the first goal that they created, that Haaland gave it to Rashford to, like, place the ball, and even the second goal, they were playing really well, but all of a sudden, I heard that the game ended in 3-4. Ten Hag, too, I know some of his game, like, substitution has been causing the team, but I think maybe with Casemiro coming, maybe it can kind of give some strength to the Manchester United, because we know how influential he is whenever he's playing, and that could be Menu too. It's a young talent, so I think maybe Ten Hag, should he be given more time? I don't know. That is up to the Manchester United, but I think could be Menu, and also the presence of Casemiro is something that they can try to use as a platform to strengthen their midfield. Because I think even though Rashford is out of form, he can give them goals here and there, and I know Onana too can do better. So I think these fixtures were really interesting, but I'm glad some of the teams are winning, like Arsenal, to at least make sure that the fight for the championship stays very competitive and not a runaway for Liverpool. And of course, yesterday, Man City also did their due diligence, beating Burnley by 3 goals to 1. So it was some good games. Pep Guardiola as well being genius and playing beautiful game. You can see the game pattern, and it was a beautiful game to watch yesterday, the Manchester City versus Burnley. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Ben. Yes, it was beautiful to see looking. Kevin De Bruyne comes in. Oh man, this man is too much. You can see everything is around. It's about him now, and City fans think, yeah, he came in at the right time.
Yeah.
Yep, and Arsenal, yeah, as always, they had the game in their hand, and they nearly gave it away. We will speak about. Let me go to Abeku, because I have a question on the Chelsea Liverpool, but I think that it was a straight PK to me. It was straight PK, but I think Chelsea was wrong. Abeku, so far, what do you think the games that went on during this week? What are your take on the game?
Like Midfield General said, I'm very glad that Arsenal won their game, because I personally don't want to see just a two-horse race to for the title. I know Man City is gonna do their thing. They're gonna try their best till the end of the season. I know Liverpool, they started yesterday. They're gonna try to cheat for them till the end of the season to win. So I want to see another team beat them, just because of like the farewell tour that they're gonna give to our club. I just want them to go, him to leave with like sadness in his eyes. I don't want him to leave with happiness. So I'm just excited that Arsenal won their game, even though I'm a Chelsea fan, a London a club. I don't like Arsenal a lot, but I do want to see a fight. I want to see a fight from from Arsenal. My team is not doing very well now. The game, it could have gone anywhere. After that PK they didn't call. That's clear PK. Like both PKs are like. Oh, I don't
Yes.
want to talk about it, but um, yeah, you know, those games where I watched the Arsenal game, I watched the Chelsea game. I watched City's game a little bit because it was at the same time as Chelsea's game, so I kept going back and forth. And then I was able to watch the United game today. United, I was telling people after the game, United. The only reason United is better than Chelsea right now is they have people that can actually put the ball in the post. Besides that, they're as bad as Chelsea right now. Like they give away cheap goals. Their coach just makes bad decisions when it comes to substitutions. Their players are not focused when they're winning. But again, they can score goals. Chelsea finds it very difficult to score goals. They're creating chances, but they're not putting the chances away. So it makes United look better, way better than Chelsea at the moment. I like what you said about Enzo Fernandez. Very, very, very intelligent player, but I feel like he's being misused or he's overcompensating for what the team lacks. So he's making passes to somebody who cannot turn and attack. So then he's pushing up front and leaving Caicedo in the middle by himself, and then he's been overloaded. Yesterday, like once Caicedo gets the ball, there's three Liverpool players that are surrounding him, pressing him.
Right.
So like before you turn, there's already the press. I mean, he escaped the press a few times, but it's not sustainable. You need to have somebody next to him to make it work. But Enzo was going too far up. Man, in the beginning I was saying Gallagher was the Chelsea player of the season, but man, that man has dropped in so much, and it's not even funny. It's bad. Chelsea is bad right now, and we need to talk about that.
Abeku says Chelsea is bad. But no question. I'll just pose this question. Once you think about it, I will go online to read some messages. Personally, I think Chelsea did not come to play. So think about it. Their coach, don't you think their coach demeanor, his lifestyle, because Pochettino is that, at this point, Chelsea need Antonio Conte. They need those who has command of the, because it's like we are going to Anfield, we will lose regardless, so let's go and do whatever we can do. That's what I saw in the Chelsea play yesterday. Think about it. Both midfield general and Abeku. Once I go online to read some comment. So Hilbert, before that, thank you. So production has corrected us that Brazil has appointed a new coach. So maybe Ancelotti, because they were on the verge of, after this season, Ancelotti will join the Brazilian national team. But we've been corrected by one of the production guys that Maxaka said Brazil has appointed a new coach. But this is what I see. If this new coach, because they still have an eye for Ancelotti, so he better perform or
Yes.
he will be kicked. The Brazilians, they don't play.
Mhm.
So we are back to the comments. So Fifi said, oh, thank you. Then Don Music Production said, Noco Sporty. Yes, something sporty. Yes, as I rightly said. So Mark went ahead to give us the name of the coach. He said, The River Junior. Thank you, Mark Saka. Then Oliver Kwame Ajimai. Rumi. Nasi Aiden. Daben Abeba. Yes, Kwame Ajimai said, Government of GFA should stop investing in this useless Black Star team. What is the contribution of football to the GDP of Ghana? The Black Stars simply a money-making machine for some individuals. And it's true. One day, producer, I will share. I think I will share it in our next production. The Jamefe Committee. If you have a chance and if you read about this, clearly presided over Justice Jamefe, Moses Fuamoni, and the rest. They said the Black Stars is a what? A cow, money cow, or a money machine or something. People just use it to extract money. Look at the budget that Okujetu just leaked. Anyways, Anthony Clement said, Chelsea rob. How can you take 4 and blame it on robbery? No. Manchester 4. Manchester Clement. I know where this is coming from. Papa Randy, be careful. Be careful. In as much that I don't like the Blues, it was a PK. If that PK has been awarded, it could have changed the game. Yes, they didn't go to Anfield. They went there. They went there to play, so they deserved the 4. As someone said, Chelsea went for one reason. For one reason. 4 goes to 1. Social media. then yes, this is Manchester for they started. Someone asked Fifi. So Fifi is the CEO of Afro Elite, a team I coach in Colombia. So Heber Blanson say Menu. Yes, he's giving Kobe Menu. Say Ubetia Rashford, Ubetia Bruno Ekusiaga. He's giving
Menu's a player. Menu's a player.
He's very good. But the next thing you see, the Blasters. I just someone say, hey, Menu or a Ghana.
No, please. He should not go. He should not go. He should not go.
No, my said. So Fifi said, Menu, yes, then he sent an emoji. Or say, yes, yeah, the Akamweni. Menu, I feel I am Bobby. Anyway, so the question that I asked, personally, I think Chelsea did not go to party. No, they went there, they knew they were going to lose. I'm not saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan. Look, a lot of preparation went on when Arsenal went to Anfield. Arteta prepared their mind that look, this is not going to be an easy game. And if you listen to prior to the game, Klopp was always charging the fans. We need a 12th man. We need a number 12 man. You know, Anfield, we always watch. And if you've spoken with some of these players, it is very noisy, packed environment. You don't want to play there. But Arsenal went there with a right approach. Tactically, I give it to him on that day. We came out. We scored the first goal. We silenced them until that Zinchenko mistake at the left-hand side of defense, which brought them in the league. We were able to hang on and we got the valuable needed point. But what is his name? Pochettino didn't go there at all to win. To me, what do you think, Abeku? Because I think there was a lackadaisical approach. Nkuku came in, then we started seeing something. But yes, Nkuku will take off, then Sterling will hold on to the ball too much, and another problem. So Abeku, tactically, I think no, Pochettino didn't get it right. What do you think on yesterday's game? The approach.
One thing I would say is I agree with you that we need a coach that would influence the players in a way he has authority over them. Like, you are my players, you play as I demand. A coach like Mourinho, Conte, even the Spurs coach Angie is given instructions, and you can see it manifest on the field. Like, he's not like a rah guy, but you can see on the field that this is exactly what I'm demanding, and they're doing it. Even if they're losing, and he says play high line, they don't drop back. They're constantly playing the high line. I think yesterday Chelsea went in without a very defined plan. They got overwhelmed with the press, and as we have seen this year, the whole year, Chelsea once they get hit in the mouth, they don't get up to fight. So they went in, they got hit first, and then they decided today is not the day we're gonna play soccer. We're not gonna play football today. We're gonna just come here and take the loss and go home. But like I said, if that PK is awarded, and if it's scored, now the fans are silenced. Our team is charged, and the game could have been different. Now, should have, all those things don't matter. We can't blame our coach for all the mistakes that is happening on the field. Why do I say that? Every time I go on social media, I see, Poch did this, Poch did this. But if you're watching the game, Sterling gets the ball, and Nkuku makes a run, and the guy holds the ball maybe 4 or 5 seconds extra before he passes the ball. Now the guy is offside. You can't make that pass. You have to
Right.
hold the ball and so that he comes back. We get to a sequence where Enzo gives the ball to Caicedo. Caicedo turns. He passes the ball to Enzo again. Enzo lays it off to Gallagher. Sterling is on the left side waiting for the ball. He turns back inside and falls down. And now that can be coaching. That players are not good enough. The coach can't do nothing about that in that moment. If you're watching Liverpool, you're watching Arsenal, you're watching City, they're making the extra passes just so even if it doesn't score, you gave the extra pass so that it's a good chance. This season there's so many chances that our players cannot even lay the ball off. Like it's a one-on-one, lay the ball off to the other player to just tap the ball into the post, and Sterling will just hit the ball to the keeper. Like these are the things that are happening with Chelsea that I necessarily don't blame the coach. Our players are not good enough, so we have to find a solution to that. But we have somebody like Mudryk who is signed to 8 years, but he can't even control a ball. he can't control, or he sometimes run and leave the ball behind. Like these are, I mean, I like the guy. I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he's done bad all year, but he lacks the basics of soccer, like football. Like when we were growing up in Ghana. Well, did you guys lose me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you now. We lost you for a second. We can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you. Abe could talk.
Abeku. Okay, I think Abeku is having some technical challenges. So Ben,
did you guys lose me? Can you hear
Ben,
me?
Ben, take it
Yes.
out, producer. So take Abeku to the backstage so that Ben,
Yes.
take it over.
Okay, yeah. So the Chelsea problem can be a mixture of things. Just like Abek was pointing out, there are some things that a coach cannot teach. There are instances where Raheem Sterling, who tends to maybe be a good player, ends up being selfish. There are positions that the coach doesn't have to tell you that pass the ball to the next person because they're in a better position to score. But back to the point that you were saying, that does Chelsea need like a coach who is more charismatic and like maybe has more authority over the players? Yes, because if you have situations where Raheem Sterling maybe keeps messing up, you would have to exert your authority as a coach to like maybe sit him out so that he learns from the bench what should be done when he is on the field. But like if he keeps messing up and you keep giving him opportunity, maybe he may not take it like serious. So that is why I think that Dasilva, I will agree with you that maybe Pochettino is too calm for the players where he's not exerting much authority. But I think there are one or two things that the players too can do on the field of play to like help the coach. Like soccer is a team sport, so if someone scores, we all share the glory. But I think there are times that some of the players tends to be selfish, and I think Chelsea too, our decisioning up front hasn't been better. We've not been very clinical. Our Nicholas Jackson mostly misses, I would say, a lot of chances. So that I don't know if it's a coaching problem or it's a personal problem that he has to fix. Because in front of the goal as a striker, you need to know your positioning, where you are, being aware and maybe where to pass the ball to or like shoot at. So these are things that maybe the coach may have to work with him. So I think it's more than just a Pochettino issue. And the loss at Liverpool yesterday, yes, maybe we know winning at Anfield is not easy, but who knows? if the penalty was awarded, it could have changed the whole atmosphere of the game and probably get Chelsea excited to play. But maybe because the PK wasn't awarded, they conceded, and they felt like maybe the fans are against them, and the referee is also probably not officiating some of the calls in their favor. That probably maybe mentally drained them. But it boils down to the point that Dasilva, you were saying, at that point, sometimes you may need a coach that can encourage you, that can mentally elevate you in that situation to try and give out your best and also compete, because maybe you can win something from that encouragement. So, yeah, that's what I can say about that Chelsea loss yesterday, the Chelsea problem. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. Viewers, if you just join us, we are just talking about what has happened or currently going on. I mean, the 34th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations currently going on in Cote d'Ivoire. Tidbits around the world of sports, the La Liga results that has taken place during this week, the EPL, news from Ghana about some concerned journalists getting permits from Ghana Police Service to do a peaceful work, and about to discuss upcoming fixtures. So kindly like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I will do the honorable thing by reading it for you. You are still watching Sports Chat with Dasilva live on Richma TV. Thank you for joining. Let me go ahead and read some comment. Hey, Asemna Yuhu Oliver said Chelsea was lucky not to have awarded the PK. That could have infuriated the rest to have scored Chelsea 7-1. Take the scores now as a token. Chelsea is just a mess for now. Thank you, Kwame Achiman. And now you know you ask, look, that Anfield, what is this name? What is this Arsenal second goalkeeper's name? Last season, he went there, he was trying to make some gestures. You saw how he came at
Ramsdale.
It was when we took the two. You know how these people decided to, like, who? Anfield, we are called for. So Kwame said, Chelsea, me pamacho, please, Mufana, you went for one reason. You don't want to go for the 7th time reason. Then Herbert say, I have a question for the board. With Klopp leaving, yes, that is my next topic. With Klopp leaving, does this mean that the stress of the game is reflecting on the players? I feel like our Ghana Blasters are playing lazy. Oh, yes. They are lazy. They've been pampered too much. Look, they've been over pampered. Yeah, I understand them. They know politicians are making money, but they've been over pampered. I don't want us to go back to them again. They are lazy, period. Club, we woke up and one of my friends, part of the production team, sent me a video. I watched. Club is leaving at the end of the season. Question: is it a good time to leave, or is this going to serve as a morale for the players to go all ahead and win it, to say goodbye, Club? Thank you for all that you have done. Metro General, what do you think?
Okay. I think I will start with your second question.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be a motivating factor for the players? Yes, it can be a motivating factor because we cannot attest to the accomplishment of Klopp since arriving at Liverpool. The one thing that they were lacking, he gave it to them. The EPL, he gave it to them. And also Champions League and also runner-ups, FIFA Club World Cup. So he served the club very well. And I think they would like to win it to say a very good bye to Jurgen Klopp. But the question is this the right time for him to leave? I don't think it's the right time for him to leave, especially knowing some of the problems clubs like Chelsea and Man U are having. If a good coach leaves, the clubs goes through a transitional problem, especially if they don't have someone who can rightly step into all the accomplishment that Klopp is going to leave. So I think maybe before Klopp had made intentions to leave, we should have maybe heard rumors about possible, like maybe people, because I remember 5 to 7 years ago, before the departure of the then Manchester City coach. I don't think it was Manuel Pellegrini. It was probably that one from Italy. We all heard the rumor that, Mancini. We all heard that, Pep Guardiola possibly, because so we heard that rumor. And we know that if Pep comes to Man City, it's an elevation from Roberto Mancini. But who is coming to Liverpool? Steven Gerrard, Wayne Rooney, like who? So we don't know someone who is more eligible to continue the good work that Klopp has done. So I don't think it's a good time for Klopp to leave, but he may have had his reasons, because sometimes it's better to leave at the top than to leave when the team is like really going through shambles. So these are my opinion about the question that Dasilva you asked.
Ben, let me add another one. And he said, he's gone out, and I quote, he said that no team for 1 year, I'm going to rest, and no team forever. I'm not going to coach any team in the EPL. Hey, Akweda, and you're the Liverpool power. What do you make of that statement?
Wow. That's a very strong statement. Okay, I know he can probably take a leave, like we saw Zinedine Zidane has done it, where he took some time off from Real Madrid and actually came back. But for him to say he's not going to coach any team in EPL, I don't know. Some people can say never and can really hold on to their word, but who knows? Maybe at a point in time, you may get an opportunity to come and coach Chelsea, the biggest club in England. And will you say no? So for that statement, I don't think I can trust Klopp on it, because coaches always try to look for maybe good opportunities that can also better their CVs or their accomplishments. So I think if a good offer comes from an English club in the future, he can accept it, because Jose Mourinho was loyal to like Chelsea, but it's a job. At a point, he had to go to our rivals, Manchester United. He had to go to like Tottenham. So who knows? I don't think like, but that's a statement. But I don't know if I 100% believe him, because if you love the game, and unfortunately, if a club is struggling and they reach out to you, sometimes you will try to come and like support that struggling club, and it can happen to clubs. So to say never, I'm very doubtful, but yeah.
Abeku, so the same questions. Is it the right time? Is it going to serve as motivation? And the never statement. But before that, so Ben, me, I don't agree. I saw Abeku clapping. I talk about the biggest club. Club, it took you 50 years for a Portuguese to come and save you before you could win. I mean, team to, but it's your opinion though. But let's go, Abeku.
On the topic of is it the right time to leave? I think, man, we've seen Zidane do the same thing, leave when the club is already on the top. Like, the Liverpool is still one of the best teams in the world right now. Klopp has done a really good job of like, bringing them from 30 years of now winning the EPL to, winning it and maintaining that level, even when they don't, necessarily invest in the market, they still produce players. Yesterday, Connor Bradley, he was performing amazingly on the right, right side of the field. He's had players come in and out and perform. There, even Jones, Jones is playing really out of his mind at the moment, and he's not better than Enzo Fernandez, but he's playing better than them right now, because Klopp has empowered his players to play that way. So I don't know if it's the right time, but I think if he doesn't have enough to give to the game anymore, then I think it's time for him to just say, okay, I can't. I think most of the time, like Mourinho stayed a little bit too far with Chelsea. He stayed too long with Chelsea, and a legend becomes the villain at some point. So if he knows he can do the everyday, and he's not gonna give his best, then I think he's making the right choice to leave on his own terms. Is it gonna motivate the players to go all out? Yes, but I don't think they will get anything out of it. They will try. They will go all the way, but they wouldn't win
Hey,
anything. Is
ASU against Supporters Union.
They wouldn't win anything. Yeah, that's my opinion. I think um City is gonna go on a 18 game, winning streak. One of those streaks that they have every year. They always have that 2 months, 3 months period where they don't lose a game. I think they're gonna do that. I don't think Liverpool has that in them. They look good, but I don't think they have that in them. And the title race is too close. I know Arsenal is gonna give it its best too, but almost someone said I'm serious, sir. So
Masaka say you talk well there.
no, I think I could see all the teams, the three teams, giving it a go. So I don't know who's gonna win actually, but I think they're gonna give it their all. That never statement, I want to say yeah because he's one of the premier coaches in the world, and any team, I mean any team besides City will want to have Klopp as a manager. So he can go to Bayern. If Ancelotti leaves, he can take over Madrid. Barca is also available. All these big teams are all available. If he decides not to come back to the EPL, I think it's possible. And Xavi's leaving. I'm not sure who's coming in to coach Barca, but if the person doesn't do good, he can just go take Barca's job. Like, he doesn't need to come back to the EPL. So I think because he doesn't need to, it's possible, but you never say never, Mourinho went to Spurs and United when he said he's not coaching any team in London, went to Spurs. So hey, you never know. So those are my 2 cents on those topics.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I agree with you, but I'm thinking maybe club will have an eye for the German national team,
That too.
maybe Barcelona, or maybe Real Madrid. I want us to change topic a little bit because there is this wonderful coach in the German Bundesliga doing wonders. So let me quickly run some fixtures coming on. So I'll just run the fixtures and I'll just pick on this Alonso topic. Then I see what you also think. Bayern Munich will be playing Borussia Mönchengladbach. Freiburg will play Stuttgart. Werder Bremen will be away with Mainz 05 and a couple of you. And of course, Bayer Leverkusen will be away to Dortmund 98. Now, Alonso, a very technical player. If you play in that middle, and midfield general will attest, you have to be technical and tactical. Your positioning is very, very important. So the question is, do you think this old Bayern Munich, for once, Alonso is the man to take Bayer Leverkusen to break that dominance of Bayern Munich? Midfield general, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's possible. And looking at Xabi Alonso and his accomplishments so far, you can see that it didn't happen just by chance. He's played for some of the best of managers. And even before Leverkusen, he also went to Real Sociedad, the junior club, and was coaching. So he's learned from playing and also coaching. And you can see the results of that investment or that time of learning right now. And yet, right now, the way that they are playing with that Boniface guy up front and Frimpong and also Granit Xhaka, like a legendary midfielder in that central position, they are playing really great. And I think, it's possible for them to give Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund a tough time. And eventually win the Bundesliga by the end of this season. Because even if you remember where he got to last year during the Europa League, they went for almost closer to even winning the Europa League until they lost to Jose Mourinho. So right now, it was that team that they built, and they are doing well in the Bundesliga so far. So I think, yes, it's possible for Bayer Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso to win the Bundesliga this season. So I think it's possible. Can't hear you, Dasilva.
That's all. We can't hear you.
So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so what I was saying, Jose Mourinho said it, that because he beat him to the Conference League, and the first thing he said, I coached you in Real Madrid. I knew you would be a good coach. Yes, I knew you would be a good coach. That was Jose Mourinho West. And maybe, he was a Liverpool legend. Maybe Liverpool have an eye on him. He was a Real Madrid legend. So time will tell. Please, if you join us, you are watching Sports Chat with Dasilva on Richmond TV. Very soon, the program will come to an end. Producer, do we have any Facebook messages? Okay, so far, no Facebook messages. Now, Alonso will be the man, and I perfectly agree to it. Abek, have you have your turn on Alonso already?
No, not yet.
Okay, what do you think?
Um, the Bundesliga is really tricky because you can have all these people play very good, but if you don't take hold of, so Bayern has not been playing good for the last month and a half, but the gap between Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern is only 2 points at the moment. If they don't extend that lead to maybe 6 to 8, it's gonna be very hard for them to win it because we've seen it last year. Just last year, they went to the last day and they won it the last day of the league. So even though they were playing wonderfully, like I'm I don't watch them all the time, but when I get the chance to see them, the passes, the little triangles they play, the way they transition from a back four to a back three with five in the middle, or the overload on four up top. It's very nice to watch. With Jeremy Frimpong doing a lot of work on the wing. It's 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 really nice, but I hope they open up the league, the point gap to make sure that they don't slip up. I would like for him to win the league. For once, we don't always want to see Bayern win the league, and also just because I don't want Harry Kane to win any trophy. Just
Oh,
I like the guy, but I just want to keep the trolling going. You know, he's, but yeah, if he doesn't open up the league, it's gonna be hard for him. But I can see him coming to Liverpool as well. Liverpool should not trust him with the job just yet because um it's a very different league. And even though he was in the league, eh, he can be overwhelmed with the way that um, a team like Crystal Palace will come and defend and and hit you on the counter. You play all the ball, you play all the great tactics, and you lose by 1-0. So I don't think he's just ready for this team just yet. I mean, maybe one more year with his team, to understand all the little differences in the leagues, and I think he will do good once he plays the Champions League and you know get some of those things figured out. But for now, I don't think he should take that job yet.
Yeah.
I personally agree. I think it should be gradual system, and let me state it categorically. Manchester, the man on I'm saying is heavy.
No, 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 no. Manchester, Chelsea, no.
Chelsea, a man on
Ombese, no, Ombese, no.
on the other side, he needs to sit in Liverpool, and as you said, bonus Liga. No, I mean it's always predictable, but you can't look at these old folks. The Harry Redknapps, they know how to play the game.
Yeah.
They will come, they will do something, and tactically you are off. They will switch you off. Let's quickly switch to the EPL. So we have some fixtures. I want us to talk about all the fixtures, but we will single out the big game coming on Sunday. And that is what we will discuss before we sign up. So Everton will be at home to Tottenham Hotspur. Brighton will be at home with Crystal Palace, Burnley, and Fulham. Newcastle at the St. James Park will play Luton, and Sheffield United will play Aston Villa. Aston Villa, I was surprised that Unai Emery could drop his guards for Newcastle to come and give him that humiliating result. So these are the fixtures coming this Saturday. You can talk about anyone that you want to talk of. Everton playing Tottenham Hotspur, Brighton and Crystal Palace, Burnley and Fulham, Newcastle and Luton, and Sheffield United and Aston Villa. Briefly on this match, you can pick on anyone and talk about it. Ben,
can I say something before
sure.
we
Go ahead.
The one of the games of the week for me was Luton versus Brighton that we just played.
Spot on, you're right.
Wow, what a game.
and that's what you said about the EPL.
Yeah, what a game. What a game. What a game. What a game. But I think this week's the games that you just mentioned, this week we have Liverpool and Arsenal, right?
Yes, so I want us to talk about that. Will be the last game we discuss before we sign out.
So the ones that we talked about, we just said. Can you go back over the games we have?
Sure. So Everton will be at home with. Okay, let's do this. I mean, Everton will be at home with Tottenham Hotspur, Brighton, and Crystal Palace. What is your take of these two games?
I can easily see a win for Spurs, and then even though Everton is not, they always play good. Everton always plays good, so it's not going to be just easy for Spurs, but it's going to be a good game. And the other game,
Brighton at home against Crystal Palace.
If Brighton comes out the way they looked on Tuesday, it's gonna be a long day because one of my favorite players right now to watch is Oluse on Crystal Palace. He's very, very, very technical. Eze is also nice, but he gets injured too much. So yeah. But yeah, good games. Both good games.
Okay, good. So Burnley will be at home with Fulham, and at the St. James Park, the Luton, the surprise team of the week, traveled to St. James Park to play Newcastle. Ben, what are your take on these two games?
Oh, poor Vincent Company and Burnley. I think I'm expecting Fulham to win because I think Fulham, they've been playing well for quite some time for the past 1 to 2 months. They've had some strong team and good players that they've been, I would say, winning games here and there. And I think Burnley is still kind of finding their feet in the EPL after just recently being promoted from the championship. So I expect Burnley to probably lose that game against Fulham. And what was the second game as well?
The second game was Luton, the surprise team, traveling to St. James Park to play Newcastle, Eddie Hart and his team.
So the likes of Newcastle with Barkley against the Newcastle, Isak and co. I'm expecting Newcastle to win, even though how they exited the Champions League was very sad and depressing, and how last season, if you compare their form like first three, compared to like now, you could see a massive drop in the point and also ability. But sometimes experience do count, even though Luton is a new club that can pose a challenge to Newcastle. But I think the firepower that Newcastle has up front, Isaac, Amerion, and those guys, they can cause some problems for the Luton defense and eventually give Newcastle a win. So I'm expecting Newcastle to win this easy fixture. Yeah, they should be able to get a 3 point in this game. Yeah.
I think Isak got hurt in the last game. He came
Okay.
out in the first half, so we're gonna see who starts up front. Wilson is also hurt, so we'll see who starts
Wow.
up front for them.
Interesting. Aston Villa travel to Sheffield Wednesday. Unai Emery, after that baptism of fire, I think we'll go in and I'll get the needed results. Let me quickly switch to Sunday games. So we have Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest and Chelsea at home to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Midfield General, your take on these two games?
Okay, so I'll start with Chelsea.
I knew we start with Chelsea. I knew.
I think Chelsea, we are going to win that game, even though it's going to be a very big challenge because Wolves also lost today. But if you look at the manner that Chelsea we lost, like I would say partly we were a little robbed. And like right now, the Chelsea players, they know that we, the fans all over the world, are talking. And they will, I think, try to prove something also. And because it's a home game, I'm expecting them to get a revenge and also make amends for the loss that we had against Liverpool this week. And the next game was Bournemouth against Nottingham. I think I'm expecting Bournemouth also to win because even today, a difficult fixture against West Ham. They were down by a goal, but they managed to come back into the game to at least get a draw. So now that they are playing home with one of their talisman, the Ghanaian Semenyo, back, I think it's a great booster for them. And with the home game against Nottingham, even though it can be unpredictable, but based on the performance that they demonstrated today against a good side, West Ham, I think if they play that same way, they can get that victory against Nottingham Forest.
Abeku, what are your take on these two games?
Chelsea needs to come out with some fire in their belly. Definitely can't take Wolves for granted. Pedro Neto, man, this is the guy I always said we should get over Mudryk, but we went for Mudryk after playing Madrid a few games and showed one or few games. You know, I always wanted Pedro Neto. He's very technical with the ball, pacey. He can create, he can score. So I don't know. We have to be very careful. We can't come out the way we looked against Liverpool. Definitely have to start. Malo Gusto needs to start. I need to see Sterling on the bench. He's had his run in the team. We're getting some people back. So Nicholas Jackson is back. Even though he misses goals, he plays hard for the team. I want to see that. Chelsea has to come out and win. As far as the other game, Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest, I can easily see a draw, but also I can easily see Bournemouth winning because they have somebody who can put the goals away. Solanke is a very potent striker. Chelsea had him in our academy and let him go, so yeah. It's funny. But yeah, those two games are gonna be very entertaining. I actually this year I've enjoyed watching the middle table teams, Chelsea included.
You enjoy because your team is there.
No, that's not the reason. But in the previous years, you watch EPL, yeah, the little teams can come and surprise you, but now they're
Right.
actually coming and playing. They're not sitting back all the time. They're coming, they're scoring some goals. Like who will imagine Luton going out and actually putting a fight and scoring 4 goals against Brighton?
Right.
So I actually enjoy the games. Not I actually enjoy all the games, because we're fans of the game, but I'm starting to enjoy the middle team games because they're not sitting back and it's not a boring 0-0 games anymore. It's more goals, it's more and then we have a lot of new players from different places showing their skills in the EPL, which is it was very, very nice.
Thank you, Abig. Let me quickly run through some fixtures coming with La Liga. Valencia will be at home against Almeria. Granada will play Las Palmas. Alaves will play Barcelona. Girona, the league leaders. I mean, they are second on the log. They lost it to Real Madrid, so they will play Real Sociedad. And that is what is coming on. And Serie A will kick off tomorrow with Lecce against Florentina. Then on Saturday, Empoli will play Genoa. Udinese, Monza, Bologna, and Susuna. Then Sunday, Torino will be playing again. There's Salernitana. Napoli at home against Verona. Atlanta at home against Lazio. Then the match, Inter Milan against Juventus. Let's briefly, Inter Milan against Juventus. Inter Milan, Juventus. Briefly, let's touch on this match. Midfield, now, what do you think about this match? It's the first against the second. So Inter is sitting on top of the log with 21 games with 54 points. Juventus, a game more, 22 games with 53. The old ladies will be traveling to the San Siro to play Inter Milan. What is your take on this game?
That's gonna be a very difficult game, but honestly, since it's gonna be a San Siro, I think I'll probably lean towards Inter Milan to win, especially since Juve is coming to their home and they know that like they have to win it to at least keep their lead on the Serie A table. I think I will lean towards Inter Milan to win that particular fixture. And I know Juventus too probably would like to win the league, but I will still kind of lean towards Inter Milan to get a victory on this Sunday. Yeah.
Abeku, what do you think? The league
Um,
leaders against their second team.
Quickly, Juventus have been very poor against the big teams this year. I've watched their high profile games this year, and they didn't really perform. I mean, they're second on the league because they win against the teams that they need to win against, but the big games they haven't shown up, and so I'm tipping the tie towards Inter Milan.
Abeku think Inter Milan. Just what everything blue. You love everything. He thinks Inter Milan, and I personally think because both of them they've lost one game, but
Mhm,
Juve has played more games
mhm.
as compared to Inter Milan. Let's talk about the big game, 11:30 a.m. Sunday, Liverpool against Arsenal. The Gunners, yes, the first leg ended
1-1.
1-1 at Anfield. Last year, Arsenal were runaway winners. They beat Liverpool at the Emirates. They went to Anfield and they grabbed a 2-2. And this season, the first encounter was at Anfield 1-1. And now this is the second encounter. Now, this is it. My question is, who do you think is going to win? Because this match, a lot of people have interest. Pep have a very big interest on this game. If Arsenal don't win this particular game, and I think an Arsenal fan, we should say bye-bye to the EPL title. If Arsenal lose on Sunday, I can say it is going to be 2-horse race. But if Arsenal win, which they will and they must at all means, whether fair or foul means, they have to win that game on Sunday to make the top very, very tight. Mayfield General, what do you make of this particular match coming up on Sunday?
Yeah, I think we already stated that Klopp is leaving at the end of the season, and I think he would like to get a sweet win against Arsenal before he leaves. But like we are saying, Mikel Arteta also thinks that this might be his last chance to probably catch up with the league leaders, which is Liverpool in this case. And I'm a Chelsea fan, a London-based club, but this game, I think Arsenal can win, and I want Arsenal to win because this year I want Arsenal to actually win the trophy. And if they have a chance of winning the trophy, it depends on this game by getting points from Liverpool. Even though I think Liverpool will come all out, but since it's a home game, I expect the likes of Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Jesus and Co to step up and help Mikel Arteta get a victory. So I think Arsenal will win on Sunday. Yeah.
Mayfield General think Arsenal will win, and I personally agree with him 1000% times that Arsenal will win this game. Yes, Arsenal will win this game. Last season, Arsenal were very predictable. It's either you start Trossard and bring on Martinelli, but now they've included Rice, and don't be surprised if Partey, because from what I'm reading, he might make it to the 18. And
Okay.
let's see, Abeku, what do you think about this game?
This game should be very, very interesting. You have Trent coming back. You have Robertson, one of my favorite left backs in the whole world. Um, he's back. They have a full squad going into the Emirates.
Without Mo
But
Salah, they don't have Mo Salah.
Mo Salah, I think they play better without him.
But Abeku, sorry to cut you for 1 second. Don't you think Diego Jota has really made a case? Because it's
Yes.
like we've missed Mo Salah. I mean, they have not
They
missed
have
him.
not missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've always said this that on their team the best finisher is Jota. Every
yeah.
time he comes from injury, he scores all the important goals for them. Like he always scored important goals for
But he
them.
will not score on
So
Sunday.
no. Sunday I am tipping Arsenal to win 2-1. I can see the game being 2-1 easily. Yeah, that's what I think. I think Arsenal is gonna come out very fiery and they're
Yeah.
gonna win 2-1.
Yeah.
I also agree. So on the London fan page, Arteta has started making the same thing that Klopp did. He has started telling the fans, this is the time, this is the hour, come out, make the place a fortress, make it hot for them, whatever we did last season. Because like I said, even if they draw this game, I think it is going to be
Go for them.
it's a two-horse race. If Arsenal win, and I think, yes, I know people will say Arsenal, yes, and fire home, but we have to win on Sunday. They have to win and make that the top is always lit and keep the pressure, because at the end of the day, City will also go to Anfield and anything can happen. So Arsenal need to win come this Sunday at the Emirates. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We are about to wrap up. And before we go, my panelists, any last words before we run up?
I would like to say, first of all, I was happy to be on this show today. There's been a lot of some insightful discussions, starting from our beloved AFCON, especially Ghana, what is happening, and some of the surprises which is still ongoing at this 34th edition of the AFCON. And I would like you guys to keep watching Dasilva sports chats because that is one of the places that you can get all the current news all over the world, being it La Liga, EPL, Bundesliga, and Da Silva does a good job of bringing some experts who currently play or are former soccer players who can give you some insight into some of the things happening in the world of soccer. And I'm happy to be part of tonight's program, and I want you guys to keep watching Da Silva Sports Chats. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Abeku.
I would like to say thank you to my big brother, De Silva. it was very impromptu that I got on here, but there's been a very good talk for me. I really enjoyed my time on here. I know that I would like to be back again to spend time with you guys and share the sports news around the world. Y'all continue to subscribe and like this page. We will bring you the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And for the two of you, I mean, yes, you said Arsenal will win on Sunday, so you will come back. More can't you? Come on, maybe you. That is just on a lighter note. Thank you very much. As my little cousin said, it was just impromptu, but I told him, he said, I got you because, and you could tell. Richmond Sports, Richmond TV, Sports Chat. We always bring the best as I can. The comments keeps on coming to my personal phone. They are saying yes, your pundits are really spot on. They know exactly what you are saying. So good job to both of you. I appreciate you coming, and there is more. Viewers, keep on, like, subscribe, share, and we will bring you more authentic tidbits around this world of sport on Sports Chat with Dasilva. So this is where we draw the curtains on tonight's edition. Yes, we've discussed a little bit about the AFCON, tidbits around the various leagues, the upcoming matches, the matches that has already been played, some league tables, important matches. We all discuss it tonight. If you just join, you can leave a comment. As we are about to leave, all that I have for you, make sure you always say a word of prayer when you see the next morning. Thank you for joining Sports Chat with Dasilva. Remember, subscribe and keep the dialogue on this channel. See you next time. When I see you, you're gonna see me. Until then, is bye bye.